The envelope was gone. Lee Chol-min jumped to his feet from the worn wooden bench. In the train station waiting hall, it had been there, just moments ago. The old yellowed envelope he had been holding in his palm. He looked around. The waiting hall was empty. Gray cement walls. Cold wind pushed through a cracked window. Chol-min held his breath. The envelope was gone. It was early March. Winter was refusing to leave. The snow that had started yesterday had not stopped. The tracks outside were blanketed in white. The station sign had faded, paint peeling in patches. Two stray dogs huddled together beneath it. Every gust of wind made the old iron roof groan. Chol-min was 38. He had come to this station for a simple reason. His mother had asked him to send rice to a relative in a southern village. He had left early that morning. His mother stood at the door and repeated the same two words over and over. "Be careful, come back soon." Since his father had passed away 2 months ago, she had grown afraid to be alone. The journey took 2 hours. He still had 2 hours before the train departed. He entered the waiting hall, sat down, and pulled his coat collar up. He checked his inner pocket. The train ticket was there. His mother had checked it 3 times that morning. "Do not lose it," she had said. "The station officer will not let you board without it." He had answered, I know." The hall was empty. The ticket window was shut. He tried to close his eyes and rest. He had not slept well. His father's memorial had been 2 days ago. He had come the day before to help his mother prepare. When it was over, she wept. "This year is harder," she said. He had rubbed her back and said nothing. He could not bring himself to mention his brother. No one in that house had mentioned his brother in years. That is when he noticed something under the bench. An envelope, wedged between the bench legs. Yellowed paper. A cord had once tied it shut. Nothing written on the outside. He picked it up. It was heavier than he expected. He opened it. 3 photographs. When he looked at the first one, he stopped breathing. His brother as a child. Maybe 10 years old. The photo was torn. The left half was missing. Only the right shoulder and half a face remained. But those eyes, the small dot beneath the left pupil, the outer corners that curved slightly downward. He knew those eyes. He could not move. Lee Chol-jun had disappeared 10 years ago. Without warning, without reason. Their mother wept until she fell ill. Their father never spoke his name again. Chol-min had searched for years. He asked everyone who might know. He walked the roads his brother used to walk. He sat in the seats his brother used to sit in. Nothing came of it, as if his brother had never existed. At the 5-year mark he stopped searching. He did not call it giving up. He just stopped. Life continued. Work. A mother who needed care. A father who grew quieter every year. His brother's room stayed untouched. No one moved a single thing inside it. Not his mother, not his father. And now, under a bench in this old station, a torn photograph. He pulled out the second photo. A narrow alley. Gray concrete walls stretching into shadow. The lower right corner was singed black. He did not recognize it. Old photograph. Yellowed with age. The third was stranger still. A wall clock. Old and round. Both hands pointing to 12. Frozen. He placed the photos back in the envelope and set it on the bench beside him. He needed the restroom. Just 2 minutes. The restroom was right next to the waiting hall. When he came back, the envelope was gone. He checked under the bench. Checked the row behind. Scanned the floor. Nothing. His body went stiff. One thing had worked in his favor. Before leaving he had slipped the first photo into his coat pocket. His brother's photo. That one was still there. He pressed his fist around it. He scanned the hall. The ticket window was shut. A torn notice clung to the wall. In the corner of the room, a wooden table. On it, a cup of water. Steam was still rising from it. Just poured. Someone was here. Right now. Still. Chol-min stepped out onto the platform. Cold and bare. An hour until the train. No other passengers yet. A single flickering lamppost. Frozen snow crunched underfoot. Wind came off the flat white field beyond the tracks. Footsteps behind him. Slow, deliberate. He turned. A man stood at the far end of the platform. Older, gray coat, hands empty at his sides. Still, watching Chol Min through the wind and the falling snow. The man spoke first. I have been looking for a long time. Chol Min could not answer. The man said, I took the envelope. One photo is missing. You have it. Chol Min's fist tightened around the photograph in his pocket. The man stepped closer. The lamplight reached his face. Chol Min stopped breathing. That small dot beneath the left pupil. The outer corners of the eyes curved slightly downward. It was his brother, Lee Chol Jun, 10 years older, thinner, haircut short, deep lines beneath the eyes. But the same eyes. That dot had not moved. His brother's name reached his lips and died there. Tears came instead. His brother stepped forward and gripped his shoulder. Not here. His voice was low and steady. No urgency, no trembling. That was the strangest part. A man meeting the younger brother he had not seen in a decade. Sounding as calm as if they had parted the day before. They moved into the narrow alley behind the station building. Gray walls, frozen ground, nothing but wind. His brother said, do you want to know why I disappeared? Chol Min said, that is all I have wanted to know for 10 years. His brother was quiet for a moment. Then he said, it was not my choice. Chol Min's face went still. His brother continued, that morning, father called me before sunrise. Just the two of us in the room. He said, you must leave this house today. Do not ask why. Take this envelope. Go to the train station. Wait, someone will come for you. Chol Min felt his breath go thin. His brother said, I did not understand. I tried to go to mother. Father stopped me. Tell no one. Just go. That was all he said. His brother went on. Inside the envelope was a photograph. A family photograph. But father had torn it apart and placed one piece in each envelope. The piece he gave me had your face. Half your face. The torn photo. The one in Chol Min's pocket right now. The other half had been in his brother's hands for 10 years. His brother said, I kept that one photo for 10 years. It was all I had. Then 2 months ago, word reached me that father had died. And for the first time, I was able to move. Chol Min said, father was the one keeping you there. His brother nodded. Why? His brother shook his head. I do not know. He never told me. I was young. I did what I was told. Chol Min asked, where did you go all that time? His brother said, many places. First over the mountain. Then farther. Was it hard? His brother was quiet. Then said, at first I was afraid. Alone with nothing. I thought of mother every day. I thought of you. Then years passed and it became familiar. People adapt. Chol Min said, you never tried to contact us. His brother said, I wanted to. Always. But I could not. I was afraid it would bring trouble to you. Where I was could not be known. Why? His brother said, that I still do not know. One day I will. His brother pulled his coat tighter. The snow was falling harder now. He said, at first I thought you had sent the envelope. Chol Min asked, how did you know to come here? His brother said, I knew the envelope would be here before I arrived. When I was sorting through father's belongings, I found a letter. Written in father's hand, addressed to me. It had the name of this station. A date, today, March 2nd. A bench number, bench 7. And one sentence, find the envelope. Wait there. You will meet your brother. Silence moved between them. Father had planned this. He had designed this meeting long before he died. Chol Min's throat tightened. His mother's errand. The reason he had come to this station today. A sack of rice for a distant relative. That too may have been father's arrangement. Had his mother known? His brother said mother probably did not know. Father was always like that. He decided alone, acted alone, finished alone. Chol Min said, why did he do it? Why did he wait 10 years? His brother was silent for a long time. Then he said maybe that was the one reason he could never speak aloud. Would you have embraced your brother right then, or asked first? Why your father sent him away? The two brothers walked back to the platform side by side. They sat down. Wind moved through the station. Neither of them moved. Chol Min pulled out the torn photo. Half his brother's face. His brother reached into his coat and drew out his own half. Half of Chol Min's face. They placed the two pieces side by side on the bench between them. One photograph. Complete. Two children standing side by side in an old yard. Smiling. Knowing nothing. Worrying about nothing. They were grown men now. 10 years had been taken from them. But not everything had been lost. The two torn halves had found each other again today. Father had done this last thing. The one thing he could no longer do with words. He had done it with an envelope. With a torn photograph. With a date. With this station. What is lost is not always gone. Sometimes it waits in a different direction. In a place no one expected. In a way no one could have planned. If this story stayed with you, the next one begins here too.